This week in the Missouri Senate, we review the fourth week of the first extraordinary session of the second regular session of the 100th General Assembly.
Budgets are about priorities. We know that the budget is not in a particularly great place at the moment.
We will have more leverage, I think, in the following session with some of the things that police departments want.
After the governor amended his call for this current extra session, the Missouri House of Representatives started work on 6 bills that will eventually make their way to the upper chamber. At issue is violent crime, which prompted the executive branch to ask legislators to come back to Jefferson City back on July 27th. Since then, the Missouri Senate crafted, perfected, and sent Senate Bill 1 to the Missouri House. It has since been halted in order for smaller measures to be introduced. Missouri Senate Majority Floor Leader Caleb Rowden of Columbia says, as always, the question of how to pay for any reforms remains in place.
But we also recognize that we're up 90% in revenues year over year as we sit here today. We're not out of the woods by any means as it relates to kind of the ongoing ramifications from COVID, but you fund priorities.
He adds, finding a solution now could serve as a starting point.
My understanding is that the governor's folks have the ability in the interim to use some federal grants maybe to fill some of these holes because this created the fund, and so there might be a way to use some federal money in the short term. And then we'll come back next year and see where we're at as far as the budget, and hopefully this will be a priority because we do think it's important.
Missouri Senate Minority Floor Leader John Rizzo of Kansas City says, in regard to crime reform, local control issues will be on Kansas City's ballot in November.
If that passes, that will obviously increase the chance for them to come down here and make that change, which puts us in a position of leverage. I think that there are always situations, especially in the next session, maybe even two, to make changes that police officers would like.
The ballot question has since been postponed. He also says lawmakers are looking beyond the current extra session.
We'll be taking up issues with the Kansas City Police Department more than likely next year as well. So we will have some amount of leverage to get some real police reforms that Senator Williams and some of the other members of the caucus have really worked on.
The governor continues to ask the legislature for a witness protection fund, changes to witness statement admissibility, certification of juveniles to be tried as adults for certain crimes, unlawful transfers of weapons to minors, modification of child endangerment statutes, and elimination of the city residency requirement for St. Louis police officers. In addition, the executive branch also wants the state attorney general to be able to prosecute local violent crime cases when needed. By law, an extraordinary session can last for up to 60 days.
Until Friday, August 28th.
And remember, you can follow these and other issues facing the Missouri Senate by visiting our website, senate.mo.gov. Reporting from the state capitol, I'm Dean Morgan.